Greetings everyone, and welcome back to the Bionicle Retro Review, and today we are looking at the Master Builder set number 10023, the Master Builder set. 15 sets, 15 models in one set. Oh yeah, I forgot to mention the piece count. The piece count is 112 and the retail price is $12 or $13, depends on how you look at it. It's $12.99 or $13. Anyway, I was about to say it 100. Anyway, the Master Builder set, and I don't even know how to present this on camera. At least the first thing I do, because it's just a bunch of pieces. I don't have the original box. I only have the instructions. So yeah, this is all I can show you of the thing before it's even built, and it's not even a back to it. It's just the models and stuff. So so you see, it's just a bunch of instructions, because that's what it is, instructions for the model. So what I'm going to do is a speed build, and I'm going to splice all the process of me building this, you know, into just one thing. It looks like I'm building at the same time, but I'm really not. So without further ado, let's go ahead and get started with that. And here we have the Kofo Jaga. Alright, the first little thing to look at, which, you know, is not much to look at because it's just a little Rai that, you know, doesn't do much. You see, it could just swivel its eyes back and forth. It does have a rubber band, but I do not have the rubber band, so a lot of the rubber band functions you probably won't see, unfortunately. I'll just show it off what it would do if it did. So I apologize for that. But anyway, it could swivel its claws back and forth, so it could just crawl around, you know, typical of a Rahi, just crawling around, just doing stuff. And it has this claws pincer, not really pincer, but more like a scorpion tail than anything. It looks like a crab and a scorpion like fused together, and it's kind of what they came out with. But yeah, I think this was made by Makika himself, I think is what I heard before, but I'm not certain on that. Do not quote me on these facts that I might try to give unless I'm 100% on it. I'm not 100% on this, but yeah, that's it with the Kofo Jaga. It's not much to say. I mean, it's a nice build. It's you know, it's pretty cute. It's pretty cool looking. I mean, you know, it's whatever. But all right, let's move on to the next Rahi. And this little number right here is the Taku. This bugger cost me, it didn't cost me anything, but this one right here was really oddly difficult to build. And not because of the actual instruction, because it's like, oh, it's so hard. It's not. It's just the pieces are super weird with this one. This one was not fun, and I'm just gonna say it, a con is that. What the heck? I didn't even do anything. It slides out super easy. That is something that I do not appreciate or like at all in the slightest bit. This is disgusting. That is absolutely unacceptable. I probably built this wrong, and I am not about to take it apart to fix the wings, because I would not probably ever in my life build this set ever again. The Taku was, as of this part of the review, this is the worst, the absolute worst set, if you will, model, if you will, in this. And I'm glad to move on to the next Rai. And this is a Hoto, a tiny, I want to say bug. I got a bug vibe from him, and this bug right here generates a lot of heat from its body, I guess, I suppose. I mean, what else is going to generate from? But it's a very strange looking thing. I'm definitely going with a bug. It's a very bug vibe with this, and I kind of like it. It's, you know, it's small, it's compact, it, you know, it can expand its wings, and, you know, I guess you have the implication of like little like miniature legs down here, and then you can move the eyes in any direction that you want, and it has this weird orange, not orange, but red piece that sticks out like a, almost like a tongue. I've never seen that in any future Bionicle sets. I mean, call me crazy, but I've never seen this anywhere else before except for here with this set here. But yeah, it's a pretty cool build. I really like it, actually. I'm not even gonna lie, this is actually probably one of my favorites of this massive, if you will, set. But we have to move on to the next one, so let's go ahead and do that. And this adorable little creature right here is the Fiku, and I definitely like this a lot. Probably in out of all 15 of these sets, or models, I keep saying sets, I gotta say models, but a lot of all of them, this will have to be probably my top 3, because I just love the simplicity of it. It's very simple, it's very adorable, because look at it. You can't tell me you don't like this thing. Look at it. It's such a neat little design, and such a fun little creature, and I just like it. I mean, I definitely seen these little things, these creatures a lot, these Raihis a lot, in specifically, you know, the Matanu online game 1, I think, and then of course Bionicle Heroes, when you know, crush them with the force. But yeah, I've seen these things a lot, and I really do like these Rahi things. But it's not much to say about it, because you can just swivel the head and then that's it, and then it has, you know, the Pakari on the back, and the new claws in orange, which that is a really nice. Did I mention how much I really like the orange colors? Because, you know, this set's really good for mocks. These models or these pieces are good for a couple of mocks, if I do say so, and they have a lot of recolors of certain pieces, so I think it's pretty cool. But alright, let us move on to the next one. And here we have the Rookie, the piranha-like Rahi, the fish. And he has this nice function. I did manage to have some spare rubber bands, even though it's so thin that you can't even see it. So I do not want to keep doing that. I just want to show you from all angles. And how does it work? You just push down. Yeah, so that's pretty cool. And this keeps happening because these pieces are kind of worn. So the voodoo balls are going to fall out. So that is a con to, you know, time. Time is the con right here this time. But yeah, so they're gonna keep falling out. But this is a pretty cool set. I like it a lot. It's very weird looking, but I still like it for all things considered, because, you know, it's not super offensive, and, you know, it looks pretty cool. It's, you get the idea of what it is, because even with the fins right here, you get what it is, and it's pretty cool. So I like it. All right, let us move on to the next one. And we have the Hoi, the turtle Rai. It looks just a little bitty turtle with the Bakari as a shell, which is a very neat way of doing that. And, you know, it's what it is, just a little turtle. And it doesn't have a head, which, I mean, it has a head, but this is its head right here. Again, on a voodoo ball, which I do not like, because these voodoo balls are very weak, and, you know, they're very prone to fall off like that very easily. You've seen it with the other ones, that example. So yeah, it's, you know, it's a turtle. It's pretty cool. I like it, and not much else to say about it other than you can just move the legs on the back, and then you move these individually, I guess, independently of each other. And right there, that's it. So let's move on. And here we have the Goku Kahu. And oh boy, this thing's already falling apart. Oh my god. Oops. But anyway, yes, the bird thing that I have definitely seen numerous times in the Bionicle RobeTheMatoran game 1, when you call upon the bird to fast travel, basically. So yeah, and the function, you roll this thing around like so, and you just roll, and it kind of like it's flying. Not the super most fluid of functions, but it's like, it works. It does what it does. And these voodoo balls, I swear, I wish the set would not use them, because they're not good. But back then it was different then. But yeah, so a pretty cool looking Rahi. I mean, it does what it does. I mean, I guess you could put a Matoran on here and make it kind of like fly on it, but I don't have a Matoran on hand, and I don't feel like doing that. So yeah, you just have to take my word for it. I guess it works. It's not a super ugly set. I like it a little bit, I guess. But let's go ahead and move on. And we have the Foosa, the ostrich looking Rahi that is very strange looking. You know, it's a very odd looking one, and the function as goes, you just twist this knob in the back, he peeks his head down, yep, and you can just do it, come right back up. It's pretty cool. I mean, it gets the point across of Bionicle and the gear functions, and, you know, it's pretty cool looking. You know, I noticed it has the, what was it called, the robots of God, I don't remember this. The robots, slider robots, whatever. I know the pieces from there, but yeah, and then yeah, you can adjust the legs and all that. So yeah, pretty neat pieces. A very odd looking thing, but I don't hate it, because, you know, it's very simple, very majestic like, and that's about the only reason why I even look at this set, because this whole set, the all 15 miles, because it opens up the world of Bionicle. But let me say those thoughts for the end. Let's go on to the next. Right. Here is the Usul crab, or Usul crab, and seen this in the RobeTheMatoran Online Game 1. As usual, and yeah, it's pretty standard. You move these back with the rubber bands, and you flip them. Simple. I like it. It's a neat design, and, you know, nothing too crazy, nothing to stand out, but, you know, it's a good model. It's it get the point across. You know what it is and what it's about. And yes, you can move the eyes. Again, with these voodoo ball connections, I wish they'll stop because it's really annoying, but that's besides the point. It's still a good model. I like it. And now let us kindly move on. And here we have the Kuna, the snake-like Rahi that's really bad. I do not like. It has this function. You flip out its neck and it goes out like that. Well, you just twist the gear like that and it just goes back and forth. But I don't like it. It's really weird. It doesn't even slither around except for like the tail, I guess, and you can move it with this, and it's okay. It's actually, no, it's not. I actually don't like it. This was annoying to build. I don't like it. So you see the function. You know what it does. Okay, let's move on. Here we have the Voco, whatever. It's a bull Rahi, kind of reminiscent of Muaka and Kani Rod, kind of like a baby version, if you will. But yeah, so with this thing, you twist the little gear, and then he can have his butt really high up in the air. You know, kind of reminds me of like honestly, kind of reminds me of a cat, because how they would do that when it's like stretching or whatever. But it is what it is. And of course, you can turn his head. You can move these, I guess, legs, if you will, and it's pretty standard. I mean, you know, moving the little pieces in the neck, and I guess this is supposed to be like the tail. I don't understand this weird piece in the back, but it's whatever. And yeah, it's okay. It's a okay little model. Not my favorite in particular. Probably not. I'll probably not ever build this ever again as long as I have this set here. So yeah. Well, all right, let's move on. And here we have the Makika, the froggy Rahi. That rhymed almost. Anyway, it's kind of weird looking. Kind of don't like it. I mean, it has a kind of cool function, I guess, with the rubber bands. You just do that and it, you know, does the thing. But I don't really like it. It's not very, I don't know. I just don't like it. I don't have much else to say about it. It's just, you know, standard. It's a frog, and I don't know. Don't really care for it. Let's move on. The Takia, and this is just as bad. Not just as bad. This is actually, it's worse than the, what was the other one called? It was the Riku. It's just the Riku, but worse. I mean, I like the Riku. It's just that it's not my favorite, and this is just a lamer version of that. And these ball joints, I swear, I wish they'll stop using them because these do not work. But yeah, it does that, and I like the Riku more. This one's just kind of whatever. It's supposed to be a shark, I think. You know, it don't even look like much of a shark, but whatever. It is what it is. And with that, we can go ahead and move on to the second to last one. And the second to last, the Foosa. And it reminds you a lot of the Tarakava with their punching motion, even though these rubber bands don't work. And I probably built it wrong, but I just don't care enough to fix it because I've been building these things for a long time. You know, within the video process, this has been pretty annoying, but more about that in a minute. So it's kangaroo. It kicks. Oh, you know, it kicks. It just punches. It's a pretty cool function, and yeah, nothing too special about it. It's cool. It's good. All right, now time for finally for the last one. Alrighty, here is the last Rahi, the Hikaki, and my goodness, this thing is really strange. Okay, so you turn this thing and it goes down and it has no stability, so that's a con right there. And you know, you twist it back up and he's back up upright, but you can't even see him because his head's too high. But you just bend his legs down enough and I guess you'll see him. But this is not even my favorite one. I think the Fiku is still probably my favorite one, honestly, out of all this. But I think I'm going to end it here. don't think I have no much more to say about this whole Master Builder set as a whole. I'm gonna leave this as this also because I'm not gonna deconstruct and build another one. This will be the one I'll keep, and this is literally the face of the whole set on the box, so that will be the one I use. I am trying to get a good angle on him, but it is really hard because he kind of is really awkward. But if I was gonna give this thing a score, I'll give this I'm just gonna be dead honest with everyone. I'm gonna give it like a 4-0. Yeah, I'm gonna give this a pretty low score. Like, this is not a set I don't ever recommend anyone getting for nothing. Because if you want to buy this set, just getting it used, this whole thing used is $85. Really, honestly, more than that. It's really gonna cost you like $100 and $150. And if you want this brand new, that's $200 to $250. That is not worth that money is not worth this thing right here. I cannot stress that enough. Do not, absolutely do not pay any money for this set. Do not. If you want to build these Rahis for whatever reason, just bricklink the pieces that you specifically need. Then that's whatever. But do not buy this set in particular. Even if you're trying to say, whoa, what if I'm trying to complete my collection of Bionicle? You will not be this will not be counted. You will not be missing anything. Do not buy this, because I had to sit here and deconstruct this thing 14 times to build all those sets, and it was not fun. It was a horrible experience. Do not waste your money on this. Do not waste your time with this. Do not even think about this set. Don't, because you're not missing anything. Oh boy. Okay, enough with the rant. All right, with that, that would do it for the review. And join me next time when I do a far better set and way worthwhile set to even think about or getting or just whatever. It's the Barak Queens, the main villains of 2002. You know, Kanak and Garak. I'm actually looking forward to them. But with that, today I've been your reviewer, host, RobeTheMatoran, and I'll see you all in the next Bionicle Retro review.